Hi, this is Renee, and I'm blind. Welcome to my kitchen table and my continuing journey through Carcinosarcoma. So pull up a chair and let's get started. So today's video, I thought I would bring you up to date now that I'm 4 days out from my first successful chemotherapy. So my first chemo was January 30th, 2026. And if you want to know what that day was like, please see that video. So I thought I'd discuss what I've gone through the last 4 days so you might have an idea of what your journey could look like. The first day after chemo, which was Saturday the 31st, I felt pretty good. As I said, my last video talking about chemo day and the day after, I felt pretty good. I went shopping, but woo, Sunday, the first, is when the fatigue set in. So I didn't have any nausea, no vomiting, maybe a little bit of queasiness, but all in all, just really tired. So I really took care of myself and just laid around, napped, didn't do too much, tried to exercise, do yoga so I can stay strong. And then Monday, the second, which was yesterday, I felt still pretty fatigued. My hips were sore, and the nurse called to check in on me from the infusion clinic, and she said joint aches are pretty common. And Claritin, actually, if I use that next chemo, that helps with that. I'm having a little neuropathy in my fingers, not much. I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe about a 1. I can just tell that my fingertips aren't as sensitive. I really don't feel anything in my feet. So, not too bad there. So, as I said yesterday, Monday, still quite a bit of fatigue, some soreness, a little bit of neuropathy today. Still tired, but not terribly tired. I was able to get up and do a little bit of laundry, do some things, but I could tell my body is still not yet back to full strength. I've been taking my temperature every day, which they recommend you do. Fever's a big deal when you're doing chemo, so no fever. I'm continuing to recover from the cold I had, thank goodness. But all in all, I feel like I've sustained this first chemo pretty darn well. The biggest thing I'm noticing is just being really super tired. If I could explain it, if you've ever had a really bad flu or illness, and you feel real run down and kind of noodly after that, that's how I'd say it feels. And the neuropathy, it just, as I said, it's about a 2 and it's not bad. You can just kind of tell that your fingertips don't have as much sensation, but that should fade. And my doctor told me that if it gets any worse, to let him know. And hopefully, next time, by making some adjustments with a little bit thicker covering on my hands, I'll be able to wear my cold cryotherapy gloves and socks. So, and then I've also been managing any queasiness. Let's see, 4 days out from chemo now with some ginger pills, but they give you some pretty good anti-nausea meds, and I'd have to say thumbs up on that. It worked very, very well. So hopefully you found this video helpful. And if you did, hit like and subscribe so people that are dealing with this illness, women, women that are dealing with this illness, and their family and caregivers maybe can get an idea of what this journey's like and not feel so alone. So until next time, let's all stay carcinosarcoma strong.